everyone, in this video I have solved reading test 2 of Cambridge 1. Let's begin with reading passage 1. First of all, we have to read the instructions for question number 1 to 7. Use the information in the text to match the people listed A to E with the options listed 1 to 7 below. Write the appropriate letter A to E in boxes 1 to 7 on your answer sheet. Some people match more than one option. Okay, in this video they have given us some name of some scientist or some people, and we have to match this scientist or these people with these statements. It is the most easiest form of question. We just have to focus on the name of people and then we can easily find the information. In this, we will apply some strategy. First of all, we will read the name of all the people and then we will try to search these names on our paragraph. Option A, Dr. Broca. We can find some information about the Dr. Paul Broca here. That's why we will read this passage. Okay, we will read from here. The French surgeon and anthropologist Dr. Paul Broca made the remarkable finding that patients who had lost their power of speech as a result of stroke, a blood clot in the brain, had paralysis of the right half of this body. He noted that since the left hemisphere of the brain controls the right half of the body and vice versa, the brain damage must have been in the brain's left hemisphere. Psychologists now believe that among right-handed people, probably 95% have their language center in left hemisphere, while 5% have right-sided language. Left-handed, however, do not show the reverse pattern, but instead a majority also have their language in the left hemisphere. Some 30% have right hemisphere language. Okay, in this paragraph, they have given us some information about speech and about the left-handed people. Okay, now we will see all this statement. Human beings started to show a preference for right-handedness when they first developed language. They have not given us any information about language. So, one is definitely not our answer. Society is prejudiced against the left-handed people. No. Boys are more likely to be left-handed. No. After a stroke, left-handed people recover their speech more quickly than right-handed people. In this statement, they have given us some information about the speech. But again, we do not have any information about the recovery of people. That's why this statement is not the correct match for A. Okay, people who suffer stroke on the left side of the brain usually lose their power of speech. This is the right answer because here we can find our information that they usually lose their power of speech. Okay, for question number 5, our answer is A. And we will also see the 6 and 7. The two sides of their brain developing different functions before birth. No. Asymmetry is common feature of the body. No. Okay, so in question number 5, we will write A. Now we will focus on option B, Dr. Brinkman. Now let's see some information about Dr. Brinkman in paragraph. We have to skim and scan for this. Okay, here is Dr. Brinkman. A brain research at the Australian National University in Canberra has suggested that evaluation of speech went with a right-handed preference. According to the Brinkman, as the brain evolved, one side. Okay, let's move this slide. one side became specialized for a fine control of movement, and along with the evaluation came right-handed preference. According to the Brinkman, most left-handed have left hemisphere dominance but also some capacity in right hemisphere. She has observed that if a left-handed people is brain damage in the left hemisphere, the recovery of speech is quite often better, and this is explained by the fact that have a more bilateral speech function. They have given us information about the recovery of speech and also about the better this explained by the left-handedness. That means recovery of speech is quite more common or more quickly in left-handed people. And here for question number 4, our answer is Dr. Brinkman, B. And we also have to see all other statement. Okay, human beings started to show preference for a right-handedness when they first developed language. You can find some information about this also, and that's why for question number 1 also our answer is B. Okay, now society is prejudiced against left-handed people. No. Boys are more likely to be left-handed. No. After this is done, now people who suffer stroke and this is also done. The two-sided of the brain develop different function before birth. No. Asymmetry is common features of the human body. No. Okay, for question number 1 and 4, our answer is B, Dr. Brickman. Now let's move toward the third option. Jaswin sorry, Geschwin and Galabuta. Okay, now we have to find some information about these two people in our paragraph. Okay, we can find some information here. Two American researchers, Geschwind and Galabuda, studied the brains of human embryos and discovered that left-right asymmetry exists before birth. Okay, now we can find some information here. The two sides of the brain develop different functions before birth. This statement is definitely a correct match for the option C. So for question number 6, our answer is C. Now we will see our option D, Charles Murray. And here we can find some information about Charles Murray. Mr. Charles Murray, a writer and journalist, is the way the word right reinforces its own virtue. Subliminally, he says language tells people to think that anything on the right can be trusted, while anything on the left is dangerous or even sinister. We speak of left-handed complement, and according to the Murray, it is no coincidence that left-handed children forced to use their right hand often develop a stammer as they are robbed of their freedom of speech. However, a more research is undertaken on the cause of the left-handedness. Attitudes toward left-handed people are gradually changing for the better. Okay, now we will see our option. We have already done our question number 1. Now we will read question 2. Society is prejudiced against left-handed people. What is the meaning of prejudiced? That means they are biased. And this in this paragraph also they have given us information that how society is biased toward the left-handed people. And that's why for question number 2, D is the correct match. Now we will find some information about the Professor Tumor. Okay. Here I can see some information about Professor Turner. Okay, Professor Turner. Professor Brian Turner at Deakin University has studied the research literature on a left-handedness and found that handedness goes with the sidedness. So 9 out of 10 people are right-handed and 8 are right-footed. He noted that this distinctive asymmetry in the human population is itself systematic. Humans think in categories black and white, up and down, left and right. It is a system of signs that enable us to categorize phenomena that are essentially ambiguous. That means they have given us some information that asymmetry is quite common thing. And here for question number 7, we will write our answer. Professor Turner. E. Okay. For question number 1 and 4, our answer is B. For question number 2, our answer is D. For question number 3 and 6, our answer is C. For question number 5, our answer is A. And for question number 7, our answer is E. Now question number 8 to 10. Using the information in the passage, complete the table below. Write your answers in boxes 8 to 10 on your answer sheet. Okay, now we have to fill up all these gaps and we have to complete this table. We have to find the percentage of children left-handed. And here they have given some information about the parents handedness. One parent left-handed, one parent right-handed, both parent left-handed, both parent right-handed. Okay, now we will easily find these questions by focusing on the percentages on the paragraph. Let's see our passage. Here we can find some information about the percentage on numbers. Okay, now we will read this. In fact, about 6% of children with two right-handed parents will be left-handed. Two right-handed. That means for question number 10, our answer is 6%. It is quite easy and quite clear. However, among okay, both parents left-handed, and for that our percentage is 40. Okay, for question number 9, our answer is 40%. And then we can find information that with one right hand and with one left hand parent, 15 to 20% of the offspring will be left-handed. Okay, for question number 8, our answer is 15 to 20%. Now we will solve question number 11 and 12. Choose the appropriate letters A to D and write them in boxes 11 and 12 on your answer sheet. A study of monkeys has shown that we have to find information about the study on monkeys. Okay, we will find this in our paragraph. We have to skim and scan each and every paragraph for this, and we can find some information here. In her studies of macaque monkeys, Brickman has noticed that primates, monkeys, seem to learn hand preference from their mother in the first year of life, but this could be one hand or other. In the human, however, the specialization in a function of the two hemispheres results in anatomical differences. Areas that are involved with the production of the speech are usually larger on the left side than on the right. Since monkeys have not acquired the art of speech, one would not expect to see such a variation. But Breckman claimed to have discovered a trend in a monkeys towards the asymmetry that is evident in a human brain. Monkeys are not usually right-handed. No. Monkey display a capacity for speech. No. Monkey brains are smaller than human brains. No. Monkey's brain are asymmetric. They have given us some information about the asymmetry of the brain of monkeys. Okay, for this reason, we will write D for question number 11. Now, question number 12. According to the writer, left-handed people. Now, we will find some information about our writer, Mr. Charles Murray, a writer and a journalist. Okay. According to the writer, left-handed people will often develop a stammer, have undergone hardship for years, are untrustworthy, are good tennis player. Okay, now we will read. Is the way the word right reinforces its own virtue. Subliminally, he says language tells people to think that anything on the right can be trusted, while anything on the left is dangerous or even sinister. Okay, we speak of left-handed compliments, and according to the Murray, it is no coincidence that left-handed children forced to use their right hand often develop a stammer as they are robbed of their freedom of speech. However, as more is undertaken on the cause of left-handedness, attitudes toward left-handed people are gradually changing for the better. Indeed, when the champion tennis player Ivan Lendl was asked what the signal thing was that he would choose in order to improve his game, he said he would like to become a left-hander. Will often develop a stammer. They have given us some information about stammer. Okay, we will see here that left-handed children forced to use their right-handed, however, a more undertake because of the. Okay, they have given here some information that often develop a stammer as they are robbed of their freedom of speech. But just after that, they have add, however, as more research is undertaken of the cause of left-handedness, attitude toward the left-handed people are gradually changing for the better. That means that they are contradicting their own statement, and they have given us information about all these options, but we will write correct answer. Let's read option A. Will often develop a stammer, but this is the not correct answer, because after giving this statement they are just contradicting their statement. Have undergone hardship for years. They have given us information that how much it is difficult for left-handed people. Okay, and for that reason, for question number 12, our answer is B. Question number 12 is repeated. According to the writer, left-handed people, option A, will often develop a stammer, have undergone hardship for years, are untrustworthy, are good tennis players. We can find some information about the writer. Mr. Charles Murray, a writer and journalist, is the way the word right reinforces its own virtue. Subliminally, he says language tells people to think that anything on the right can be trusted, while anything on the left is dangerous or even sinister. We speak of left-handed compliments, and according to the Murray, it is no coincidence that left-handed children forced to use their right hand. That means they forced left-handed people. to use their right hand, and they have to undergone a hardship. And we speak of left-handed complements, and according to the Murray, it is no coincidence that left-handed children forced to use their right hand often develop a stammer as they are robbed of their freedom of speech. However, as more research is undertaken on the cause of the left-handedness, attitude toward left-handedness, people are gradually changing for the better. Writer has given us all the information that how much hardship they have gone through, and that's why for question number 12 our answer is B. Now we will solve reading passage 2 of page 2. Let's begin with question number 13 to 19. The flow chart below outlines the movement of the migratory beekeeper as described in reading passage 2. Complete the flow chart. Choose your answers from the box at the bottom of the page and write your answers in boxes 13 to 19 on your answer sheet. For this we have to use all this list of words and we have to fill up blanks. Okay, they have given us one example. Let's begin with question number 30. In March, beekeepers plan for migration at night when the hives are blank and the bees are generally tranquil. For this, we have to focus on main keywords and then we have to find our answers and we will fill all the gaps. Okay, in March, beekeepers, migration, night, hives. These all are our keywords. We will find some information related to these keywords in this paragraphs. Okay, here we can find some information about the month of March. Let's read this paragraph. By early March, it is time to move the bees. It can take up to 7 nights to pack the 4,000 or so hives that beekeepers may own. That means that in the March, beekeepers have to prepare for migration. It is time to move the bees. And here in list of words, we can find the word prepare here. That's why for question number 13, our answer is prepare. Now when the hives are blank and the bees are generally tranquil. These are not moved in the middle of the day because too many of the bees would end up homeless. That means hives are full because there is too many bees. And for this reason, our answer for question number 14 is full. We can find our list of word full here. Now question number 15. A little blank can ensure that this is the case. But at the night the hives are staked onto wooden pallet, back to back in sets of 4 and lifted onto truck. It is not necessary to wear gloves or a beekeeper's veil because the hives are not being opened and the bees should remain relatively quiet. Just in case some are still lively, bees can be pacified with a few puffs of smoke blown into each hive's narrow entrance. Here we can find a word smoke. And in list of word, here is our answer, smoke. That's why for question number 15, our answer is smoke. Now question number 16. They transport their hives to orange groves where farmers blank beekeepers for placing them on their land. Transport, hives, orange groves, farmers, beekeepers. These all are our keywords. Let's read the paragraph. In their new location, the beekeeper will pay the farmer to allow his bees to feed in such a places as orange groves. Here they have given us information about the word pay. But in question, they have asked about the farmers. Farmers can charge beekeepers. They cannot pay beekeepers. And that's why we can find word our charge here. And for question number 16, our answer is charge. Now question number 17. After 3 weeks, the supers can be taken to a warehouse where blank are used to remove the wax and extract the honey from the. Now we have to find keywords for this. After 3 weeks, we have to focus on time. The supers is our keyword. Warehouse, then wax and extract the honey. These all are our keywords. Now we have to skim and scan the paragraphs and then we have to find our information. Here we can find some information about the supers, extracting, warehouse, everything. That's why we will read this paragraph carefully. Foul-smelling chemicals are often used to irritate the bees and drive them down into the hive's bottom boxes, leaving the honey-filled supers more or less bee-free. This can then be pulled off the hive. They are heavy with honey and may weigh up to 90 pounds each. The supers are taken to a warehouse. In the extracting room, the frames are tilted out and lowered into uncapper, where rotating blades shave away the wax that cover each cell. They are talking about uncapper. Now, what is the meaning of uncapper? It is one kind of machine. And here in our list of words, we can find the word machines. That's why for question number 17, we will write machines, where machines are used to remove the wax and extract the honey from the. Okay, we will read further. The uncapped frames are put in carousel that sits on the bottom of large stainless steel drum. The carousel is filled to capacity with 72 frames. A switch is flipped and the frames begin to reel at 300 revolutions per minute. Centrifugal force throws the honey out of the comb. Throws or extract the honey out of combs. And here in list of words, here is a word combs. And for this reason, for question number 18, our answer is combs. After the honey collection, the old hives are rejected. Good double hives are blank and requeened and the beekeeper transport them to their summer base. Double hives, requeened, beekeeper transport, summer base. These all are our keywords. Let's focus on our paragraph. After this, approximately quarter of the hives weakened by the disease, mites or replaced. A new collection, healthy double hive teeming with bees can be separated in two boxes. Can be separated. That means it can be split. We can find the word split in our list of words. Here is our word. It is the synonym of separated. And that's why for question number 19, we will write the word split. Let's begin with question number 20 to 23. Label the diagram below. Choose one or two words from the reading passage for each answer. Write your answer in boxes 20 to 23 on your answer sheet. In these questions, they have given us one figure and we have to find the answer of each of these apparatus names. Okay, we will focus on these things. We will read this paragraph. In their new location, the beekeepers will pay the farmers to allow his bees to feed in such a places as the orange groves. The honey produced here is a fragrant and sweet can sold by the beekeepers. To encourage bees to produce as much as honey as possible during this period, the beekeeper opened the hives and stack extra box called supers on top. This temporary hive extension contain frame of empty comb. That means this whole thing is called super, and this temporary hive extension contain frames of empty comb. This is contain frames of empty comb. But here they have given us instruction that we have to use one or two words from the reading passage. That's why for question number 21, we can write our answer frames of comb, or we can only write frames. Now question number 22. In the brood chamber below, this is the brood chamber because this is below these supers, and that's why for question number 23 we will write brood chamber. The bees will stash honey to eat later. To prevent the queen from crawling up to the top and laying eggs, a screen can be inserted between the brood chamber and supers. That means we have to insert one screen between this brood chamber and super. And for question number 22, we will write screen. Now we have solved all these questions except question number 20. Let's read further. 3 weeks later, the honey can be gathered. Foul-smelling chemicals are often used to irritate the bees and drive them down into the hive's bottom boxes, leaving the honey filled supers more or less bee-free. This can then be pulled off the hive. They are heavy with honey and may weigh up to 90 pounds each. The supers are taken to a warehouse. In the extracting room, the frames are lifted out and lowered into a capper, where rotating blades shave away the wax that cover each cell. This is the rotating blade which shaves off, and this is called cell. That's why we will write cells for question number 20. Now question number 24 to 27. Do the following statement agree with the information given in reading passage 2? In boxes 24 to 27 write. Yes, no, not given. In this type of question, we have to focus on the paragraphs and as well as the statement. If the statement agree with the information given, then we will write yes. If the statement contradicted information or this statement, then we will write no. And if there is no any information given in this paragraph, then we will write not given. For this, we will use our technique scheming and scanning. Let's begin with question number 24. The Egyptians keep bees on the bank of the Nile. In this, Egyptians. and bank of Nile and bees. These all are our keywords. Let's focus on our paragraph. Here we can find information about the Egyptians. Migratory beekeeping is nothing new. The ancient Egyptians moved clay hives, probably on a raft, down the Nile to follow the bloom and the nectar flow as it moved toward Cairo. In this, they have given us all the keywords. But by scheming and scanning and understanding the paragraph, we can find that there is no any information given about the keeping the bees. They have given us information about the Egyptian moved clay hives. And that's why for question number 24, we will write not given. Now 25. First attempts at migratory beekeeping in America were unsuccessful. First attempt, migratory beekeeping, America, and unsuccessful. These all are our keywords. Here we can find some information about the North American beekeepers. Let's read this. In the 1880s, North American beekeepers experimented with the same idea, moving bees on barrettes along the Mississippi and on waterways in Florida. But their lighter wooden hives kept falling into the water. That means they have tried this idea, but their lighter wooden hives kept falling into the water. That means they did not achieve any success in this idea. And that's why we will write yes for question number 25 because the first attempt at migratory beekeeping in America were unsuccessful. Now question number 26. Bees keep honey for themselves in the bottom of the hive. Bees, honey, themselves and bottom of the hive are our keyword. Let's focus on our paragraph. Now here we can find some information. These temporary hive extensions contain frames of empty comb for the bees to fill with honey. In the brood chamber below, the bees will stress honey to eat later. That means in the brood chamber, the bees will stress honey to eat later. That means they are keeping honey for themselves in the bottom of the hive. For question number 26, we will write yes. Now last question 27. The honey is spun to make it liquid. Here in this paragraph we can find the information about this statement. For smelling chemicals are often used to irritate the bees and drive them down into the hive's bottom boxes, leaving the honey-filled super more or less bee-free. This can then be pulled off the hive. They are heavy with honey and may weigh up to the 90 pounds each. The supers are taken to a warehouse. In the extracting room, the frames are lifted out and lowered into uncapper, where rotating blades shave away the wax that covers each cell. The uncapped frames are put in carousel that sits on the bottom large stainless steel drum. The carousel is filled to capacity with 72 frames. A switch is flipped and frames begin to reel at 300 revolutions per minute. Centrifugal force throws the honey out of the comb. Finally, the honey is poured into barrel for shipment. Here they have asked about the honey is spun to make it liquid. Spun, that means it is the past participle of the spin. And they have not given us any information about the spin to spin the honey to make it liquid. They told us that honey is poured into the barrel for shipment. And that's why this statement is contradicting with our paragraph and with our information which is given here. And that's why we will write no for question number 27. Now we will solve passage 3 of test 2. Question number 28 to 32. Reading passage 3 has 6 paragraphs A to F. Choose the most suitable heading for each paragraph from the list of headings below. Write the appropriate number I to IX in boxes 28 to 32 on your answer sheet. Paragraph D has been done for you as an example. There are more headings than paragraphs. So, you will not use all of them. You may use any heading more than once. That means we do not have to use all of them, but we can use any heading more than once. To solve this kind of questions, list of headings, we have to focus on each and every paragraph. And for that, we will use skimming and scanning. That means we will read whole passage and we will understand the meaning of whole passage. We will not focus on unnecessary things or any particular words, but we will understand the meaning of whole passage and then we will write our answer. Let's begin with paragraph A. Tourism, holiday making and travel are these days more significant social phenomenon than most commentators have considered. On the face of it, there could not be a more trivial subject for a book. And indeed, since social scientists have had considerable difficulty explaining weightier topics such as work or politics, it might be thought that they would have great difficulties in accounting for more trivial phenomena such as a holiday making. However, there are interesting parallels with the study of deviance. This involves the investigation of bizarre and idiosyncratic social practices which happen to be defined as a deviant in some societies, but not necessarily in others. The assumption is that the investigation of deviance can reveal interesting and significant aspects of normal societies. It could be said that a similar analysis can be applied to tourism. Now, we have read this paragraph, and in this we can find some information about the study of tourism, analysis of tourism, investigation of these things, and that's why we will see in list of heading about these things. The politics of tourism is not given here. The cost of tourism, no. Justifying the study of tourism, yes, this can be our answer for paragraph A, option 3. Okay. Now, tourism is a leisure activity which presupposes its opposite, namely regulated and organized work. It is one manifestation of how work and leisure are organized as a separate regulated sphere of social practice in modern societies. They are talking about the modern societies. Indeed, acting as a tourist is a one thing defining characteristic of being modern. They are again giving us some information about modern tourism. And the popular concept of the tourism is that it is organized within particular places and occur for regularized period of time. Tourist relationships arise from a movement of people and their stay in a various destinations. That means they are giving us more information about the modern tourism. This necessarily involves some movement. They have given us all information about modern type of tourism. Let's find our answer. Here is our answer, V. The essence of modern tourism, because they have told us about everything about the modern tourism. And for this reason, it is quite clear that our answer is V for paragraph B. Now, question number 30, paragraph C. A substantial proportion of the population of modern societies engage in such a tourist practices, new socialized form of provision have developed in order to cope with the mass character of the gaze of tourists, as opposed to the individual character of travel places are chosen to be visited and be gazed upon, because there is an anticipation, especially through daydreaming and fantasy, of intense pleasure, either on a different scale or involving different sense from those customarily encountered. Such an anticipation is constructed and sustained through a variety of non-tourist practice, such as film, TV, literature, magazines, record and videos, which construct and reinforce this daydreaming. Now in this paragraph, they have given us some information about the tourism, and they have also focused at some point at travel. Okay. So we will find our answer in list of heading. The politics of tourism, no. The cost of tourism, no. The essence of modern tourism, no. Tourism contrast with travel. They compared both those things in this paragraph C. They have given us information about tourism as well as travel, and they compared both things in paragraph C. And for this reason, for question number 30, we will write option IV. Now, paragraph D, they have given answer IX. So we will not focus on this thing. Now paragraph F, question number 31. One of the earliest dissertation on the subject of tourism. Now when we read the dissertation, that means about the study. But we have already solved this answer. That's why we will not focus on this thing. Okay. Now we will read further. Dissertation on the subject of tourism in Burstein's analysis of the pseudo event, where he argued that contemporary Americans cannot experience reality. They cannot experience reality directly, but thrive on pseudo events. Pseudo means false event, which is made artificially, isolated from the host environment and the local people. The mass tourism travel in guided group and find pleasure in inauthentic contrived attractions, by enjoying the pseudo events and disregarding the real world outside. From this, we can find that they are talking about the pseudo events, that means that are not natural, that are artificial. And by reading these things, we can find our answer here. VII, the artificiality of modern tourism. Now, we will focus on paragraph F, question number 32. Okay. To service the burgeoning tourist industry. Burgeoning means increasing tourist industry. An array of professionals has developed who attempt to reproduce ever new objects for the tourists to look at. These objects or places are located in complex and changing hierarchy. This depends upon the interplay between, on the one hand, competition between interests involved in the provision of such objects, and on the other hand, changing class, gender, generation, distinction of taste within the potential population of visitors. It has been said that to be the tourist is one of the characteristic of a modern experience. Not to go away is like not possessing a car or a nice house. Travel is a marker of status in modern societies and it also thought to be necessary for a good health. The role of the professional, therefore, is to create for the need to taste for the tourist in according with their class and overall or expectations. Okay, for this we can find that they have given us information about the guide. Which kind of guide? Modern tour guide. Okay, for this reason we will find answer in our list of headings. Politics of tourism, no. The cost of tourism, no. Justifying the study of tourism, no. Tourism contrast with travel, no. The essence of modern tourism, no. Tourist versus leisure, no. The artificially of modern tourism, no. The role of modern tour guides, yes. Here we can find our answer. V triple I is answer for question number 32, paragraph F. Now, question number 33 to 37. Do the following statements agree with the views of the writer in reading passage 3? In boxes 33 to 37, write yes, no, not given. If the statement agree with the writer, then we have to write yes. If the statement contradict the writer, then we have to write no. And if there is no information given about the statement, then we can write not given for our answers. Let's begin from question number 33. Here they have given us one example. Now, first of all, we have to focus on our keywords and then we have to use scheming and scanning technique to solve this kind of questions. Question number 33. Tourism is a trivial subject. Tourism and trivial subject. These both are our keywords. Now, what is the meaning of trivial? That means this is less significant or a thing which contain less importance. Now we will read our paragraph. Tourism, holiday making and travel are these days more significant social phenomenon. They are more significant than most commentators have considered. On the face of it, there could not be a more trivial subject. Here they have given us not be a more trivial subject for a book. That means this statement contradict to the our question number 33. That's why we will write no for question number 33. Question number 34. An analysis of deviance can act as a model for the analysis of tourism. Analysis of deviance, model for the analysis of tourism. We have to focus on these words. Here we can find some information about these things. We will read further from here. On the face of it, there could be a more trivial subject for a book, and indeed since the social scientists have had a considerable difficulty explaining weightier topics such as work or politics, it might be thought that they would have a great difficulties in accounting for more trivial phenomena such as a holiday making. However, these are interesting parallel with the study of the deviance. We can find the word study of deviance here. This is the more parallel with the study of deviance. This involves the investigation of bizarre and idiosyncratic social practices which happen to be defined as a deviant in some societies but not necessarily in others. That all are deviant in some aspect but not in others. Okay, and here they have given us the information that an analysis of deviance can act as a model for the analysis of tourism. Okay, we will read further. But not necessarily in others. The assumption is that the investigation of deviance can reveal interesting and significant aspects of normal societies, it could be said that similar analysis can be applied to tourism. They told us that similar thing we can apply on tourism. That's why for question number 34, our statement agree with the writer, and we will write yes for question number 34. Now question number 35. Tourists usually choose to travel to overseas. We read all these paragraphs and we could not find any information about the choice of tourists to the overseas countries. That's why we will write not given for question number 35. Tourists focus more on places they visit than those at home. Tourists focus visit those at home. These all are our keywords. And here we can find some information. Tourists tend to visit at paragraph D. Tourists tend to visit features of landscape and townscape which separate them off from everyday experience. Such aspects are viewed because they are taken to be in some sense out of ordinary. Then viewing of this tourist site often involve different form of social patterning with a much great sensitivity to visual element of landscape or a townscape than in normally found in everyday life. Is life. People linger over these sites in a way they would not normally do in their home environment. They like to visit different places than their home. Okay, and here for question number 36, we will write yes. Question number 37, tour operators try to cheat tourists. And we cannot find any information about the cheating tourist in any of this paragraph. And because of this, we will write not given for question number 37. Now question number 38 to 41. Choose one phrase from the list of phrases to complete each key point below. Write the appropriate letter A to H in boxes 38 to 41 on your answer sheet. The information in the completed sentences should be an accurate summary of points made by the writer. There are more phrases A to H than sentences, so you will not use them all. You may use any phrases more than one. For this thing, we have to read all these questions and we have to focus on all this list of phrases. Now we will start with question number 38. Our concept of tourism arises from. Now we will find information on paragraphs. Let's see. Here we can find about the origin of this phenomenon tourism. We will start by reading here. Tourism is a leisure activity which presupposes its opposite, namely regulated and organized work. It is one manifestation of how work and leisure are organized as a separate and regulated sphere of social practice in modern society. Indeed, acting as a tourist is one of the defining characteristics of being modern and the popular concept of tourism. Okay, here we can find our information that it is one manifestation of how work and leisure are organized as a separate and regular sphere. And for this reason, we like to find our answer from this list of phrases. We will read further. A. Local people and their environment. No. B. The expectations of tourists. No. The phenomenon of holiday making. No. The distinction we make between work and leisure. From here, we can find that this list of phrases and our information is a complete match with each other. And just because of this reason, we will write D for question number 38. Now question number 39. The media can be used to enhance. Media. What is the meaning of media? That means television, radio, or any kind of persuasive medium. And here we can find some information at paragraph C. Such anticipation is constructed and sustained through a variety of non-tourist practice such as the films, TV, literature, magazines, records, and videos, which construct and reinforce this daydreaming. They told us about anticipation and about daydreaming. That means this kind of media are useful to enhance expectations of tourists. They told us about the daydreaming. That's why we will write B for question number 39, the expectations of tourists. Now question number 40. People view tourist landscape in a different way from, okay, we will find in paragraph D. Tourists tend to visit features of landscape and townscape which separate them off from everyday experience such as expect and viewed because they are taken to be some sense out of the ordinary. The viewing of these tourist sites often involve different form of social patterning with a much greater sensitivity to visual elements of landscape or townscape than is normally found in a everyday life. People linger over those sites in a way that they would not normally do in their home environment, and the vision is objectified or captured through the photographs, postcards, films, and so they can enable memory to be endlessly reproduced and recaptured. Now we will focus on list of phrases. Here we can find information that places seen in everyday life. People view tourist landscape in a different way. People like to view all these kind of tourist places in a different way. From which? From places seen in everyday life. And for question number 40, our answer is F. Now 41. Group tours encourage participants to look at. Now we have to focus on group tours. Okay. Here we can find about information about the group tours in paragraph E. Let's focus on our information. We will read from here. One of the earliest dissertation on the subject of tourism is Burstyn analysis of the pseudo event where he argues that contemporary Americans cannot experience reality directly but thrive on pseudo events isolated from the host environment and the local people, and the mass tourist travel in guided group. Here we can find the information about guided group and find pleasure in inauthentic, con- contrived attractions, gulliby, enjoying the pseudo events, and disregarding the real world outside. Over time, the images generated of different tourist sites come to constitute a closed self-perpetuating system of illusion. Here we can find our information, and we will focus on our list of phrases. Group tours encourage participants to look at sites that designed specially for tourists. For question number 41, we will write H. This is the end of our reading test 2 of Cambridge 1.